At John Day Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
You've heard me talk about Squares golf shoes and how they help you hit the golf ball further. And many of you are saying, oh, come on, Faldo, give us a break. How is that possible? But yes, they do. And it's proven with science.
What we noticed with the Square shoes was the shoe keeps the pressure in a more stable fashion towards inside of the trail heel, allowing pressure to get to the lead side, generating much more club and speed and distance gain.
Visit squares.com. Change your shoes, change your game. Squares, the distance golf shoe.
This is Big's Product of the Week. Each week, Big John and the Golf Father select a golf product to feature. Here is Big John Vick and Bill, the Golf Father Cuevas, with this week's Product of the Week.
And welcome back to Big's Golf Talk, BGT 2.0, BGT TV, and be sure to follow us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and subscribe with us on YouTube, all at Big's Golf Talk. I am Big John Quick. He is the Golf Father, Bill Cuevas. And before we get to Big's Product of the Week, we want to welcome a new sponsor to BGT 2.0 and here on Big's Golf Talk. And Desert Fox Golf, we want to welcome to the BGT family, and certainly makes for a great holiday gift idea. They are the company that has the caddy, the foam caddy. They have a cigar holder they just come out with. They have the swing aid, the funniest stainless steel tumbler built for golf. We're going to hear more about them, but they do have box sets, gift boxes on their website at desertfoxgolf.com. Check them out. You'll hear more from them here on BGT and Big's Golf Talk. We want to welcome them as a sponsor here on BGT 2.0. Bill, excited to have them part of the family.
Absolutely. I was happy. Got word the other day they wanted in. We talked. We did everything that we could to make sure that it happened. We're going in now for the holiday gift guides. Our next guest, they're part of it as well. But we have a lot of good stuff coming, and they were excited to join us. We're excited to have them. PGA shows coming. We have a lot going on. We got the magazine print coming up next month as well, with our gift guide, as well as what we do on our show and our websites, and all our partners are printing it. So I'm there, man. I've been working on it diligently, making sure that we got everything covered.
For some reason, you sound like you're 2 miles away from the microphone or whatever that
Really?
might be. I think it was a testing thing that you were doing earlier that still is effective with the audio. That's all right. We'll get through this. And Big's Product of the Week. Let me tell you a little bit about this company. Soft Spikes, the first and foremost name in golf cleat technology and innovation, were invented in 1993 when a winter metal spike ban campaign was endorsed by several U.S. state golf associations. Well, wanting to offer golfers an alternative to tennis shoes, Soft Spikes co-founder Ferris McMillan experimented with various plug designs to replace metal spikes. The eventual design and plastic fan-like spiral design became the industry's first and only patented non-metal cleat. Little did he know at the time that this design would revolutionize the golf industry and change the game forever. Soft spikes have gone on to become one of the most popular golf inventions of the 20th century, offering better traction, more comfort, and improved playing surfaces, there is no question as to why soft spikes are the number one choice of golfers worldwide and the number one golf spike on the PGA Tour. Born in the lab, proven on the course. 3 degrees of traction, 10 points of contact, engineered to develop incredible control and unmatched stability. Bill, when complemented by their exclusive center stinger post, anchors you to the course. Truly, the perfect formula of traction, comfort, and performance available in a replacement spike is soft spikes. And we certainly are very familiar with soft spikes. For many years, I've been a big fan of the Spider and some of the other soft spikes products that they've had out there. And for years, we've seen them in retail stores. Now we have them here on Big's Golf Talk to talk about the technology behind it and why soft spikes performs the way they do over the other brands.
Other brands. I don't even know any other name brands, to be honest, so it don't matter. Bring them on.
Sean Slater from Soft Spikes is joining us here on Big's Golf Talk, BGT TV. Sean, welcome into Big's Golf Talk.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Sean, I don't know if you were privy to the information because it goes back, way back. I was actually an ambassador for them. I actually wrote for them. That was my first writing gig. I was just me. So I had done Play Famously with Mizuno, and then afterwards they asked me to write for them. I was one of the ambassadors, so they had a blog, the Black Widow blog, and I was privy to be one of the very first to be writing monthly on that blog. So I've been a big fan. One of my very first articles was Spikeless versus Spikes. So when they did say, hey, you want to have them on? Absolutely. We go way, 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 way back. I mean, when you guys had the stuff for the Folds of Honor, you came out with the red, white, and blue spikes. Both of us are heavily involved, as you can see behind there, with the Folds of Honor. He happens to be married to the New Mexico chapter president's daughter. So we're heavily involved in all that stuff. So I'm excited. I got my new ones. And then I got this weapon of creativity and destruction. So I was happy. And then our favorite golf shoe. So just so you know, one of our sponsors is Squares, right? So this is one of my original pairs of Squares that I have. I use them as regular shoes as well as on the course. So when the opportunity came, because we already know that they have a program, that's how much they love you guys. When they expire, they replace them for the rest of the shoe's life. So I took your new one.
Wait. Let's back up. Okay. You use the word expire, and spikes do not expire.
Well,
they
not
wear out,
man. Well, I'm expiring these. Okay, when they're dead, when they don't have no more traction, then you end up, right? So as they can see, you got some of the older ones, right? Yep. So I went and I did what I had to do here. So I have one more. That one I show because I was telling Biggs how easy it is. So you got right there, look, you literally just go in there, you set it up, 2 twists, and you're done. What did that take? 2 seconds? Yeah. So I think that taking it off took me about 3 seconds because I went to this very special tool, the extractor. You guys made it fun. I don't know. I think I just might change them just to change them from now on. So I got a question. What do you think is the average? Has it changed for actually the wear in the chair? Is there a specific time you feel after so many rounds they should be changed?
Yeah, so we say about 15 to 20 rounds. And that's going to vary, obviously based on how you play. If you ride versus walk and, weather conditions and such. And if you, like yourself, are wearing them as regular shoes, they'll wear out a little bit quicker than 15 rounds.
Absolutely.
But yeah, standard is about 15 to 20 rounds to make sure you're getting the most performance you can out of your spikes and your shoes.
That's not bad. And if you look at Biggs, I didn't notice the difference until I actually took them off and I looked at them side by side. They do wear. I never really looked at it that way because I have like 12 pairs of golf shoes and I try to circulate them on one day this and this. And me and him like to match. So we like to match our clothes to our shoes and everything.
It really sounds like you're like in another room, Bill, with your microphone. But
hold on, I'm gonna go out.
One thing I wanted to do and ask you, Sean. We seen the fad between spikeless shoes come through. Yeah. Are we seeing the return of people saying, you know what, enough of the spikeless shoes, we're going back to spikes? Are we seeing the turn and the comeback on that?
So we never really saw it at the professional level. In any given week on the PGA Tour, there's 80 to 87% of players out there are wearing replaceable traction. It's become a lot more popular at the consumer level. And we believe that there is obviously a time and a place for a spikeless shoe. We support and believe that players should have both spiked and spikeless shoes. There's, if you're going to go groove a swing and be on a mat on a range and stand there for hours, that's a perfect opportunity for a spikeless shoe. Yeah. But if you're playing for the club championship where there's money on the line, you're not looking to slip, right? So we acknowledge and appreciate the need for a spikeless shoe, but when it comes down to when the scores matter, spikes are it.
And I will tell you too, living in the desert land in the Southwest here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, even in the desert, and you probably haven't seen any rain. Let me tell you something; those grounds do get hard, and you still will slip on desert. You know what I'm saying? So I hear people, "Oh, I'm going to wear my spikeless shoes." Yeah, it's a beautiful day out. It's sunny. We haven't seen rain. But you know what? The golf course still waters the course.
They have the dew, the morning dew.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I was a dew sweeper living in Florida. We were dew sweep. We had the first tee time every Saturday and Sunday, and it's wet. So I tried really hard. Even in the sand, it's different. You don't get quite that traction. So, yeah, it's great if it's not wet. The conditions are not wet, and you want to do that. But it's proven. We already know, based on data, if you want to play to your top level, anybody can play what they want. This is the way to go. I mean, in our minds, because we've seen the data. We're part of that data. We've done everything that we can to know that, you can get that extra stability and balance with the ground is going to get you better contact. Because like what they say, the ground force, that's what helps us. So if we can stay stable with that ground, it's perfect.
Let's get into some more of the technology here. Sean, soft spikes versus regular golf spikes. As far as I've seen those hard soft spikes at some golf courses will replace, country clubs replace those golf spikes with the cheapest golf spikes because they don't charge, their membership for, to change those spikes.
Sure.
Tell us the difference between soft spikes versus the other spikes.
Well, this is what we do, right? We specialize in this. That we eat, sleep, and breathe traction. We are the partners to the OEMs, right? So your Squares shoes or any other brand shoes, they're coming equipped with the best possible traction elements that they can get, and they're coming with soft spikes for a reason. They've seen the data. They understand the benefits of traction, and they understand the performance benefits that they're providing the shoe consumers by using our product. I think one of the interesting things to talk about, and dabbling back a little bit to your previous comment about spikeless shoes, is there's a misconception that spikeless shoes are more comfortable than spiked shoes. And one of the things that we bring to the table, being specialists and the industry leaders in traction technology, is we have a full breadth of traction in, right? And elements and spikes. Bill, you held up Pivx. So that's a very comfortable spike, right? Still gives you the traction you need, but it's got spring flex legs in it and spring flex technology to make sure that that's a comfortable walk for you when you're out there dew sweeping or playing whenever you are. So one of the things that we're able to provide is a full line and really a full catalog of spikes and technologies and elements where a golfer can go and choose the spike that not only fits their shoe, but also fits their game and playing style, right? If you're riding and you're a little you're less concerned maybe on comfort, you can go a little heavier on the traction element and get a little bit of extra grip. But if you're a 36 hole a day guy and you're out there walking, then comfort's going to be a little bit more important for you. And we have options for everybody. I think that really separates us.
Sean, how does one determine what type of spike should they use?
So there's two. One is under construction right now, but we just launched a new spike selector on softspikes.com. So that's going to allow you to go in and you're going to be able to choose which shoe you have and what model, and it's going to tell you what fits. And we're getting ready to roll out a new one here in the next couple of days that will take in elements of your game, and you can say what's more important or what's, where are you willing to give up a little bit. But what's most important to you and how do you play and what are your conditions that you play in? And it's going to make a recommendation on what models to consider, and as golfers, we're so data driven and we're so into custom and fine tuning our game, right? That's something that we're all familiar with. I'm sure we've all done a golf ball selector or we've gone through an iron fitting and even grips and stuff. So, we need to get golfers thinking about traction and traction elements on that same level because it's delivering as much, if not more, performance benefits than a lot of the stuff that we spend a lot of time looking at.
Does swing speed come into effect on the decision making?
100%.
So if you're on a lower side of the 100, we'll use 100 as the base. If you're lower, say 80, 90, is there a particular spike that you guys would recommend on that particular point?
So the spike selector will take into a few other factors too. Okay. But yeah, that will be absolutely one of the questions, and that will work into the algorithm that's going to give you 2 or 3 different suggestions of things that you should look at. And it will also ask you about so if you do the fit system first and okay, I need Fast Twist 3.0, it's only going to give you results of spikes that are available in Fast Twist 3.0.
Oh, okay.
So it's foolproof. Really, it's going to give you 3.
Those people that swing out of their shoes. So I'm pretty sure if you get the right grip into that ground, you'll be more stabilized.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it seems to me you guys have a lot of offers on your website as I'm currently on softspikes.com, and check them out at softspikes.com. And you have a spike selector, spikes by style. You have accessories, shot by brand.
Operator.
And one of the other things that you have is the Lab Series.
Yeah. So Lab Series is kind of a special program that we run. I mentioned earlier in the call that we are the provider for all of the major shoe manufacturers. So we've got great relationships with them. They trust our product and they understand the performance that they're providing. But what comes with that is a lot of special colors. So we aren't able to launch every color of every spike at retail, but the Lab Series allows us to provide some special stuff. It's tour level stuff. We might get a request from a tour player to run them in special colors, and we've got some extras, so we'll put them out there. It's just a little bit of special stuff that we can offer to the consumer.
And you know who gets the blue, right, Billy?
Billy Blue, baby.
It's a blue. Yep. Right.
Did you name it Billy Blue yet?
I'll make a note of that for the new catalog.
I think it's part of my contract from 10 years ago that if I ever became infamous or famous, one or the other, that they would make a Billy Blue. I think that's what they said. Maybe.
Soft Spikes is available at many retail stores and golf courses across the country, aren't they?
Absolutely. Yeah, we are one of the, if not the most widely distributed golf brand in the global market. Really, we've got distribution all over the world.
You guys are everywhere.
I'll tell you what. If you ever want to build a golf package, a golf basket for somebody, you have to include Soft Spikes, because Soft Spikes that dad in your life, that golfer in your life, the mom in your life, the sister, brother, son, daughter, if they're a golfer, they will always be able to use some spikes when they wear out. And so Soft Spikes,
they wear out,
the chosen one for your golfer in your life. Bill, you had something before we let him go?
No, I'm impressed with the new ones. I really am. I like them. They're comfortable. They're easy. I like the fact how quick and easy with all these new tools. I'm going to be playing with this I might go change all my spikes now. I might as well do it on the turn.
The thing is, Sean, we both have like multiple pairs of golf shoes. Obviously, having squares a part of our family here on BGT TV. We have multitudes of models, including breast cancer pink shoes. Yeah. So we got to get ourselves some pink spikes. Build a Golf Father.
We got. Hey, one thing at a time. Billy Blue. And then pink. Billy Blue and then pink. You got to get back to the line. I've been waiting 10 years for Billy Blue. we're getting close, folks. Yeah. At least, hey, look at that. I didn't even realize it matches my shirt.
It does.
Oh, I told you I like to match.
Well done. Well done.
Sean, any final thoughts for the golfers out there when it comes to soft spikes?
I would just make sure everybody's checking out softspikes.com. Make sure you're changing your spikes. If you're not, you're losing performance. You're leaving yards on the course. So to ensure that you're getting the most out of your shoes and your game, spikes are the way to do it.
There you go. Sean Slater, thank you so much for joining us here on Big's Golf Talk.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate
you. Appreciate you, Sean. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks.
Well, Bill, the Golf Father Cuevas, that does it for another BGT TV and Big's Golf Talk. How time flies when we're having fun, right?
It does. I was like a little kid in a toy store. I got really excited with it. I like playing with them now. I think I'm gonna do them all.
All right. Time flies by. We got to get out of here. We're already running late. Amanda, we hope you feel better. She had a day off today. For Bill, the Golf Father Cuevas, for Greg, the wisest man in golf, Greg Wise, for Amanda Sensor. I'm Big John Quick. He's Bill the Golf Father Cuevas. Our website is www.bigsgolftalk.com or .net. Until next week, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. God bless. And
you matter.